And we're going to begin with the second round of the Democratic presidential debates. They featured a string of attacks on frontrunner Joe Biden. The former vice president had to repeatedly defend his long record on everything from health care to immigration to criminal justice.
This followed a debate in June when Kamala Harris gained ground by attacking Biden. Ed O'Keefe is in Detroit, where he covered last night's face-off. Ed, how did Biden respond this time?
Well, Anthony, it was a stronger defense of his record than last month, but it was by no means smooth. At the beginning of the night, Joe Biden shook hands with Kamala Harris and was heard to say, "Go easy on me, kid." But nobody on stage did.
Mr. Vice President, you want to be president of the United States, you need to be able to answer the tough questions.
The House was set on fire, and you claimed responsibility for those laws.
For the second time, former Vice President Joe Biden found himself under fire from the rest of the Democratic field.
If you cross the border illegally, you should be able to be sent back. It's a crime.
It looks like one of us has learned the lessons of the past and one of us hasn't.
But this time, Biden saw it coming.
So this idea is a bunch of malarkey.
And took on California Senator Kamala Harris on health care.
The senators had several plans so far. And anytime someone tells you you're going to get something good in 10 years, you should wonder why it takes 10 years. If you notice, there's no talk about the fact that the plan in 10 years will cost $3 trillion.
The reality is that our plan will bring health care to all Americans under a Medicare for All system. Under your plan, status quo, you do nothing to hold the insurance companies to task.
I have the only plan that limits the ability of insurance companies to charge unreasonable prices, flat out.
Harris herself became a bigger target, forced to defend her past record as California's Attorney General.
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana.
I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that work.
But it was Biden's long record that got the most attention, even when he tried to pivot.
Why did you announce on the first day a zero-tolerance policy of stop and frisk and hire Rudy Giuliani's guy in 2007 when I was trying to get rid of the crack cocaine?
Mr. Vice President, there's a saying in my community, you're dipping into the Kool-Aid and you don't even know the flavor. You need to come to the city of Newark and see the reforms that we put in place. You are trying to shift the view from what you created.
And Biden tried to turn the attacks back toward President Trump.
8 more years of Donald Trump will change America in a fundamental way. The America we know will no longer exist. So when Democrats meet again in September, we expect to see fewer candidates on stage because of stricter qualification rules. By then, a candidate will have had to have found donations from at least 130,000 people across the country and be earning at least 2% in at least 4 polls. So far, only 7 of the 24 candidates have qualified. They've got until the end of August to make it.
Yep.
Anthony?
1 month, Ed. Thank you.